We are wrestling with WWE NXT Takeover in Your House 2. That was a mouthful.
Technically, it's In Your House Takeover 2021.
Whatever. It's this Sunday, so tomorrow. And if you're smart, how should you listen to it, Scooter?
Well, if you want to listen to In Your House Takeover In Your House 2, you could listen to the imaginary radio station. But if you want to listen to In Your House Takeover In Your House 2021, then you listen to it with me and James on the remix.
And once again, it's tomorrow. And looking at this card, this is maybe one of the oddest NXT takeovers they've ever had. Scooter?
Yeah, I definitely say that.
Alright, well, let's get into the matches. Bronson Reed and MSK, NASCAR and Wes Lee, versus Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Raul Mendoza. A winner-take-all match. Who wins, Scooter?
I figured they were going to do this. Usually, this does mean this is an indication of a title change.
Usually.
I mean, but at MSK are the hottest tag team in NXT right now. I mean,
they're really the only tag team.
Yeah, that too. So, God, I'm. Oh, this is making me angry. Yeah, I'm gonna say Bronson and MSK.
All right, Drew.
Bronson and MSK for sure.
I mean, Reed just won the championship. Like Scooter said, MSK is probably the hottest thing going right now. So, that makes sense. Raquel Gonzalez with Dakota Kai versus Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship. Kind of seems a little out of nowhere that Ember is getting the championship opportunity in this match. But, hey, that's what's happening. So, Scooter, who wins?
Raquel.
Drew, what say you?
Raquel Gonzalez wins.
All right. Next match, Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li with Boa and Li Ying. Who wins, Scooter?
No matter who wins, we lose.
I thought that was obvious.
As long as Mercedes doesn't kill me, we're all good. I mean, they've been wanting to push both women, so I'm gonna say this turns out to be a no contest.
Interesting. What about you, Drew?
Scooter, I was going to say the same thing, dog. I was going to say no contest or DQ, double DQ, count out finish, something like that.
Well, I'm not going to take the cheap way out of this. And usually NXT takeover matches have clean finishes. So I'm going to go with Xia Li because we've seen Martinez take L's before, and it doesn't really hurt her, honestly. Everybody knows she's kind of a badass, and I think Xia kind of could use a win at this point against somebody of her caliber. Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight in a ladder match for the vacant $1 million championship. Who wins, Scooter?
I really want to say Knight just to see the huge tantrum Grimes throws. Yeah, I don't think DiBiase is getting any more involved beyond this. So, unless Cameron Grimes has his very own Virgil.
Ooh.
And by Virgil, by Virgil, I mean Butler type character.
They're going to call him Cody or Dustin?
God, now I can't remember Virgil's real name. Damn it.
I think it's Joe.
No, because his last name is Jones.
Joe Jones.
Yeah,
So,
Mike Jones. Mike Jones.
Or special delivery.
Yes, special delivery.
I mean, they could call him, or maybe he gets a female sermon called the Polka Dotty.
So, Grimes or Knight? Lock it in.
I'd say it's grime time, baby.
All right. And Drew, what say you?
To the moon. It's Cameron Grimes, man.
Now, one thing about that is if LA Knight does lose this, what's that really mean to LA Knight? Because this is his second takeover, and it would be another loss for him. Does NXT maybe not see the value in LA Knight? Scooter?
Probably not just yet.
Alright. And that brings us to our main event. Karrion Kross with Scarlett defends the NXT Championship against Cool Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Bebe, Johnny Wrestling Gargano, Pete Dunne, in a fatal 5-way match. This is probably the oddest thing NXT's ever done. I mean, other than maybe calling it a full house match, which they should definitely do. But what say you, Scooter? Who wins?
I mean, the easy money is on Kross. Because in a situation like this, what would we say, James? What would we say this is an indication of?
A clusterfuck?
No, what would we say would be happening to the talent involved after this event?
Oh, squash.
No.
PowerPoint presentation?
I'm going with call up. A call up.
Yes, Drew
Somebody's
gets it
going to
before
the show.
you.
Somebody is going to the show.
But they'll end up not going, as
As you
that's
always,
what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, as you always inaccurately predict.
The only thing, the only other person I could see besides Cross walking out with that belt is O'Reilly. And then I see Carrion brought up. And then they can get back into that, that tease together that Carrion Cross Edge feud. And then you get then you get O'Reilly Cole with Bobby Fish as the deciding factor. Then you get O'Reilly versus Fish versus Cole.
And was Rogers strong in all this?
If he's not injured, I would bet he probably makes his way into it as well. In fact, I could even see them doing something like, Takeover Undisputed, where Cole, Fish, and Roderick compete in a match at the start of the night, and the winner faces O'Reilly at the end of the night.
Interesting. So
I'm gonna hedge my bets and say Cross or O'Reilly, with the 51% leaning towards Cross.
What say you, Drew? Did we lose Drew? I think we'll.
Oh, he's on mute. Yeah, we hear you.
Go. We got Drew back.
You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Hello.
I said that I think Karrion Kross will retain his belt, but I see it's time for Adam Cole to leave NXT. It really is. I think it's time for him to show up on a Raw or SmackDown, preferably SmackDown, but Karrion Kross retains his title.
I mean, he was just playing Fall Guys about like half an hour ago, so. But we always say, Cole's coming up. Cole's coming up. No.
Like every other every NXT review we do.
Well, what's left? To be honest with you guys, what's left for him to do in NXT? So if he's in this match, he wins the title again.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir to us. I mean, we're wonderfully ready for it. It just seems like
it's like certain guys. I understand, like you want to be in NXT, and if it works for you, sure, no problem, stay there, knock yourself out. But there's certain guys that they need to be in that higher echelon main event status, and Adam Cole is one of those guys. I just don't see him winning that title again. And if he does, he's going to feud with Kyle again. And I thought their whole match that they had was like the blow off and pretty much the end of the Undisputed Era. We don't need to see the Undisputed Era face each other again. Like, I think that was the end of it.
I could have told you that wasn't the end.
We need to see O'Reilly versus Fish at least.
That could be just like a television match between the two of them to just be like out of respect for each other, and they just have a decent match and move on. I don't think we need a whole program for them, and I don't want to see Adam Cole again face Kyle O'Reilly in a program, and this time it would be for the title. Then what does Karrion Kross do? Does he drop the belt now and to Kyle and then go up to the main roster? It's just like James, like you were saying before. This is the weirdest NXT takeover we've seen, and I think in forever, because there's no clear cut direction on where they're going with their booking.
You think that they just wanted to throw as many guys onto the card as they possibly could when maybe they didn't have the talent to kind of back it up?
No, I think they couldn't. They didn't have the time to write a cohesive story between Karrion and somebody, and they figured that Karrion, after really only defending against Balor, I mean,
Didn't he?
the fact that
No, he didn't defend against Cole. Balor defended against Cole.
that is Cross letting being the champion go to his head. That's I think the idea here. It's not a feud between Cross and anybody in the match. It's a feud between Cross and his mind.
Interesting. I mean, we seen this with Keith Lee, last year. He won the championship. He dropped both belts. He dropped the one belt. And then he dropped the belt to Cross, and then he went to the main roster after maybe 1 month as champion. And like you said, they did tease that rivalry between him and Edge, and they do need matches for SummerSlam. So, Kyle O'Reilly might be the logical choice in this sense. You know what I mean?
Edge is still living off that money plane money. That money, the movie Money Plane.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting how this whole pay-per-view unfolds. Once again, where can people listen to this pay-per-view, Scooter?
Well, if they jam a thumb in their own butthole and give themselves bunny ears, they can listen. No, of course, tune into the UMB network. Tune into the remix. We're here. We're proud. Get used to it.
All right. Now I'll conclude our coverage of NXT Takeover in Your House 2021. There, you happy?
Oh, you have no idea.
And I'd like to thank our very special guest Drew for coming on and doing this with us.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me, man. It's been fun. I don't know about the butt jokes by Scooter, but to each his own. Whatever you do in the confines of your bedroom is up to you. Make sure you use lube, and no means no.
And never wash your hands.
That's how we got into coronavirus in the first place, man. Wash your hands.
You know what I wash my hands in the bathroom? When I shit on them.
Well, as I said, to each his own. Some people like to eat fries, and others like to eat PB&J. To each his own. You like to defecate on your hands. That's your thing. I'm not here to judge you, man. Just make sure you do it safely, and make sure that your hands are protected at all times.
It's a George Carlin joke.
Oh my god. You also have your own podcast, Drew. Could you tell us about it?
It is called the Great Variety Podcast. I give you guys the review of Monday Night Raw. AEW when it's on Wednesdays, because I'm too damn lazy to watch it I just watch it for fun on Fridays, and I will give you the review of Friday Night SmackDown. And also sometimes I just drop some social commentary about things like relationships, fatherhood, what's the best place to get jerk chicken in the city of Toronto, et cetera, et cetera. You can find it on Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Podcast Addict, and wherever else you get your favorite podcasts. And you can find me on social media. Hit me up on Twitter. That is DWrestling99. And on Instagram, Drew_Wrestling99. And I know what you want to know what the 99 is for. It is not for Wayne Gretzky. It's the year I graduated high school. So I am aging myself.
And, of course, if you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, vote on YouTube and Castbox. Join us this Wednesday as we interview Joel Bateman, the Smash Hit. And you can keep up with what we're doing on social media as well at Wrestling with E for all our next interview, news, media, all that good stuff. At Wrestling with E, both on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow, and of course, this episode was sponsored by Rogue Energy. Use promo code Wrestling with E for 10% off your next purchase. Support us. You support us by supporting our sponsors. And you can follow us individually as well on Twitter. You can find me at JamesJ993. You can find Kaliko at I am Kaliko. And where can they find Scooter Dust?
Well, later tonight, they can find me in a 20 hooker gangbang. If they want to find me on Twitter, it's at Scooter Dust. And of course, holding it down for the UNB network at UNBS Wrestling. And you know what? Come play some Knockout City and Among Us, as well as some other great content over on the Smoking Dragons Twitch channel, ran by the Smoking Dragons, the head of which is the one, the only Rico Constantino Jr. So come hit some balls with us. Come on a D&D campaign with us. There's 20 sides to every story. Come be a part of ours.
For our special guest from the Grateful Yardie, Drew, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James Shea, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Can we bring the hooker in now? Thanks. Are we still? Oh shit.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.